We here. We here. Good morning to all. Good morning to y'all. Welcome to another edition of Wake and Pack People on a Tuesday morning. The week is running now. The week is running. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, hump day, Thursday, and then it's gonna be Friday again. And that means we'll be another week closer to some football. You know what I'm saying? Let's just cut through this month. Don't want to rush through it. Let's live our lives, do what we need to do, progress every day, every 24 hours. But, you know, I do understand the idea of just wishing we could hit the fast forward button and getting into some football, but that is not true. But what can we do every day on here? Talk about football. So that's what we're gonna do today. Shout out to everybody, man. Good morning to John Bainan, bro. Good morning, hey, John Bainan, Milto. Constant reminder. Y'all ever see those two names run across the screen? Go on and hit the like button for your boy, man. Turtles hitting them early. HPOV taking the longest rip right now. We good, y'all. Oh, we always good. Now, y'all see the thumbnail come up, man? That means I am on my way. You feel me? That means I'm on my way. And here, this is for Turtles. You want a big rip? Here's a big rip. Good morning, Patrice. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, you ain't hit it right. You feel me? You ain't hit it right if you don't cough sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You don't hit it right if you ain't cough sometimes. I mean, you ain't take a big enough rip. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a little cough out. But what's good? Shout out to Brandy. What's good? What's good is the Packers. Packers are always good. The Packers can do no wrong in my eyes and a lot of you guys' eyes. But the inspiration for today's show is I remember a long time ago. I was on some stream, I don't even remember. A couple years ago, and TR was on there. Shout out to TR. And we were very optimistic. This is Joe Barry. Maybe the first year we got Joe Barry. Aaron's there. We still talking our normal Packer optimistic stuff. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We were all excited. In the middle of the stream, TR just was like, "Well, let me play devil's advocate. What if the Packers just fall flat on their face?" Of course, I didn't think that they would at the time. That year, they actually did. Okay. Had a chance to go to the playoffs with, I would say a good, percentage to do so. We're at home at Lambeau. Got the greatest quarterback of all time. We were actually doing good. We're on the roll. Detroit Lions beat us and killed our playoff hopes. Okay, similar situation to last year. Okay, yes. Beginning of the year was hit or miss. Jordan Love got put on fire for the past 11 weeks. But it's all understand that we were just one game out. You know what I'm saying? We ended up beating Chicago. If Chicago was worth a lick, if Chicago was Minnesota and or Detroit, would it have been a different result for us? Obviously, hindsight's 2020. We won. We made the playoffs. We beat Dallas. Lost to San Francisco. But that's how thin of a line it is. So what I'm asking this year, I'm not asking the same question TR asked, like, what if we fall flat on our face? Not sure if we're going to do that. But things still got to change and things will still be different. And is there going to be tough love this year? We can't think that Jordan Love learned from all his mistakes. Sometimes learning from mistake, it ain't just one game. They can't just look at San Francisco's game and like, all right, Jordan Love, we fixed what you did wrong in this game. We're good. No, there's going to be constant times and areas that this guy is going to have to get better. Okay. Schedule. First game, Brazil. That's a little different. It's a little weird. Again, he might not know any better. It's only his second year as a starting quarterback. But, teams now have 17 or actually 19 games, right? on Jordan Love. This will be a different story. Just like I say with Hafley this year, and just like football in general, there's the unknown, right? So we may have been a benefit of some last year of the unknown of Jordan Love, other teams not knowing what he's capable of, the things that he can do. Well, now some of those things, a lot of those things, most of those things, all of those things are on film. So depending on which defensive coordinator wants to do his job and stay up all night longer to try to figure out to stop Jordan Love, the blueprint has got to be out there. So what I'm saying is this is going to be a different season for Jordan Love too. We do expect him to get better. This is all what we come on here and talk about every day. But sometimes we also got to come in here and talk about the opposite. Okay. Counterpunch. What is our counterpunch going to be? Now, this has just as much to do with Jordan Love as it does with Matt LaFleur, Stenavich, Clemens, whoever is getting this offense together, right? So where are we at now? Where do we expect us to be? We, all Packer fans, we expect us to be, shout out to TR, pretty much this, good morning, anything interesting in the Packers world today. Every day, TR, is something interesting. But today's live is probably inspired by you. I don't know if you were here earlier, but me and you were on some stream, don't know what platform, I don't know. It was a couple years ago. We were all excited talking about the Packers, and you just said, let me play devil's advocate. What if we fall flat on our face? So that's pretty much what this show is about. I'm just looking at the extra challenges that we might not be thinking about. Okay, so I just mentioned counterpunch. What is our counterpunch? Because obviously you're going to have the genius defensive coordinator. Aha! I got what's going to stop Love. I got what's going to slow him down. You did put out, listen, J Love, you put out a lot of great film. You did. But you also put out a lot of bad film. That's what coaches use. Hey, did he fix this issue? There was a couple of times he did this kind of play last year. We see it in week 12. We seen it in week 17. I'm talking like a defensive coordinator. He makes the same mistake against a similar defense. If we come out that way, is he going to learn? Like, there's a lot of stuff. So what I'm worried about is, what is our counter punch? Matt LaFleur, do you have the counter punch ready? They know what J Love could do. They're going to try to attack certain things that there's now film out, a whole year out, 8 or 9 losses out. That's a lot of film for any, like, hey, coaches like Belichick, coaches like they eat that film up, same as Hafley. So what is going to be our counterpunch? Steno, Clemens, Matt LaFleur, people are going to test Jordan Love. We do expect him to get better, you know what I'm saying? But them numbers he put up last year was really good. I'll be satisfied if he put up the same similar numbers, even a little less. Why? Because I know the NFL is a hard league, right? So people, and then again, we are no longer, like, we are the hunted now. We have the X on our back now. That's a whole different type pressure now. So, different situations Jordan Love's never been in yet. Okay, hey, I said he's done it all. Only thing he need to do is do it again. And that is not true, because he hasn't done it all. I'm just saying he's done enough for me to say, okay, let's pay him. We can work with this guy for the next 10, 12 years and put stuff around him and be successful. But yeah, bro, more challenges are here to come for Jordan Love. So there still might be, hopefully not as long as last year where it took half the season. First few games, you never know, you guys. It might be, hit or miss. First game being in Brazil. Then we coming home to Lambeau, Indianapolis. I'm sure everybody going to be looking over them. We don't know what the fuck they doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, just letting you guys know, think about other things too. Turtles. I've been seeing a lot of Packers coverage this week on ESPN about the Packers being Super Bowl contenders. Yeah, for sure. So, that kind of goes in the line with we're the hunted now. We're the hunted now. It changed so quick. Last year it was supposed to be what year was it supposed to be last year? Like a transitional year, like maybe a regroup year, reload year. I don't know. But it's over with. And we did do some damage. We did go out there and whoop some ass. So, other teams is going to remember that. You don't think Detroit remember that shit? They were so petty they didn't give Jordan Love his wing or his turkey leg. You don't think that they right now worried about the Packers in the division? Clearly the Bears thinking about us 24/7. So, obviously we're the hunted in our division and we didn't even win a division. I don't see the pressure on Detroit like it is on us. It just seemed like everybody's still worried about us. You know what I'm saying? Turtles, I think mainstream media is finally starting to recognize us as a serious threat. Um, yeah, but they be a little too late. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when, that's why I used to be on them. I used to record stuff that they say before the season, and then when we start getting hot, record that and put it next to each other. I used to really do that because they do that a lot. Now, again, it is fair for them to speak them how I sees them. It's okay for them to analyze correctly because, again, the first half of last year was not the best for us. But, people were throwing in a towel. People were, how people act when it gets crazy. Brandy, I expect this offense is a top 5 passing, top 15 running. That's very possible. That's very possible. And saying top 5 passing is very optimistic, which is fine. I'm with you on that, Brandy. I'll stand with you on that. We can be a top 5 passing team. So, yes. Josh Jacobs getting 15 yards on a check down is the counter I think of. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, or, Marshawn Lloyd and AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon, y'all see, hey, can y'all do that too? You know what I'm saying? Where AJ Dillon balls out, has 100-yard games. Yeah, y'all think that ain't possible. He gonna have a 100-yard game this year. When he does that, can y'all come back like, all right, AJ's, people just, I don't know, not anybody in particular, but it just seems like a lot of people turned in or threw in a towel on AJ Dillon, like he ain't got nothing to bring. He got a lot to bring. He's the segue. We were Turtles. We were 15 in rushing last year. I think we improved with Jacobs and Lloyd. Absolutely. And Dillon. Jacobs, Lloyd, and Dillon. Shout out to Packers Kingdom. What's up with you, Packers Kingdom? Top passing game or top running game? Which do I prefer to see? Well, I prefer to see top running game because we've had top passing games in the past. Last year, we were a top passing game, so I kind of seen that already. I know it's possible. So if you're asking me, I would prefer to see a top running game, more so because of the offensive line too. And that's another thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the offensive line, but I'm curious. What 5 is going to be out there? They say best 5, best 5. I believe they're really going to go by that. Who came in better shape this offseason? Who's going to be healthy this offseason? Zach Tom, are you going to be okay? Sean Ryan, are you going to just go ahead and take your position and be the solidified right guard? Josh Myers, your time is ticking. How are you going to come? How's your head going to be this year? We know we can pass block to a good clip to keep Jordan Love clean. He still gets beat up a little bit. You see the thumbnail. Detroit had him all kind of fucked up. Okay, that was the first game. But how's the O-line going to look? So I would definitely prefer to see a top running game. We've seen the top passing game last year. We were amongst the top last year. We know this offense is capable of having a top passing game with the tutelage of Matt LaFleur. What we did with Nathaniel Hackett. We were definitely a top offense then. So we've seen that in recent years, and we're optimistic about the guys we have as far as receiver, this, that, and the third. So again, as to your question, I prefer to see a top running game. That means that our offensive line has changed their attitude. Because again, we're not known to be a mauling offensive line. I would like to see Monk in there. Possibly a Caleb Jones. They'll move some bodies in a running game. But again, I think Rasheed gonna be there. We'll see if Morgan. I don't know. We'll see, bro. We'll see. Brandy, the O-line is the hold up on the true potential of the run game. Morgan can help that eventually. Absolutely. Absolutely. And now I'm just rooting more for this kid. Already was rooting for him, first round pick, Green Bay. And you know how Packers fans or anybody act when, certain players get selected. Why would they do that? I've read articles, read titles to articles. Packers might have the biggest bust in the first round. Like, why y'all doing Jordan Morgan like that? You know what I'm saying? So, he's going to have opportunity to go out there and improve, again, whatever reports you heard about him, like, take it with a grain of salt. There was no pads on, and he's a rookie, bro. Rookies got it. They don't even know what the meetings are, shit like that. Let it get deep into July, August, and let's see the real man come out. I heard he got like tattoos of all the serial killers on him, Michael Myers, Jason, all that. Hey, there's a side to Jordan Morgan y'all might not know about. Looks like a nice kid, got the little, cute little fuzzy, little mixed kid hair deal going on. And just, I ain't saying he looks soft, but he looks, like really presentable. Like, I don't know. I like my offensive line to be nasty. I like them to have like beards and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But, I really want to see him do something, man. And I wouldn't mind sacrificing putting Zach Tom at center. You know what I'm saying? Or guard, try somebody else at center. I don't know. And giving this guy a shot at right tackle. Will he be the left tackle? I don't think Rashid's going to give it up. I don't think Rashid's going to give it up to him. He either going to have to go to right, and that means Tom is going to go somewhere else. They said best 5, you guys. So Zach Tom, now again, too, this is another problem. As good as Zach Tom is and was at right tackle, why would you even bother that? Why would you even tweak it? But if they go by this best 5 that they always talk about, the best 5 from last year is not necessarily the best 5 from this year. I told y'all, somebody could have went on an off-season program like, fuck this, it's a contract year, or, had an epiphany. I need to change my career. I need to take this more serious. We don't know which one of these offensive linemen might be a surprise guy in a lineup. We don't fucking know. They're going to determine the best 5. So I can't wait to see that. John Boehner, do you think the new defense will be better against the run? A few years back, everyone thought that we were getting to have a top 3 defense. We were way off with that one. And that's another kind of deal. I think that's what me and TR and whatever stream that was 2 years ago we were talking about, because I believe, we were just overly optimistic, and then it didn't show out the way that it did. So, what are we doing this year? Overly optimistic about a lot of stuff. Now, that's fine. We're Packer fans, and we're excited about our team, and we seem to know who's good and who's not. But, football is a lot of moving parts, bro. Football is the sport of parity. They say what they used to say, football is a sport where every team goes 8-8. That's how even it's supposed to be. That's not entirely true. Obviously, everybody doesn't go 8-8. But you do have times where, hey, it's about matchups too. Teams that beat a team. You see every week, college football, whatever, you see an upset every week, any given Sunday, it's football. So a lot of moving parts. Styles make fights. Shout out to my boy Joe, man. Shout out to Northern Cali, man, representing. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, Joe said add Wilson to the mix. Jacobs, Lloyd, Dillon, and Wilson. I was very big and high on Emmanuel Wilson last year. I thought he was actually going to come in and do a little more damage last year. He had some injuries, but he came in late in the year a couple times and contributed. So we can't discount him either. Like we had the great Patrick Taylor for a while. Wilson might be that guy. Hey, practice squad, but like he'll come in and fill in 4 or 5 times a year or whatever the new limit is, and he'll come and contribute on the game. Shout out to my boy Zane Strong, man. Good morning. On Pack, you already know. Good to see you, homie. Good to see you, Zane. Back to Joe. Morgan and Ryan will move bodies for sure. Yeah. Yes, that's one of the points in Jordan Morgan's game that I think he'll be good at. And Ryan, that's the big boy. Like I said, I seen his transformation last year from the summer until like mid-season. I'm like, that boy got bigger. He's chunky. Throw him in there. Throw him in there. We need that at guard, bro. So we need maulers. We know Elton could do it all. Okay, Elton can do it all. Rashid is a little more on the finesse. It seems like he's really getting his. He got to deal with these Bosas, these elite pass rushers, speed rushing off the edge. So that's what he's worried about a little more than the running game. You know what I'm saying? And he still got to deal with those type guys in the running game. So he got his hands full. Left tackle is one of the hardest positions in the game. That's why they get paid so much. They're the blind side. You got a lot of elite rushers on the left side or the right side on the defensive side. You know what I'm saying? So He got a lot to worry about. But you know, passing pass blocking seems to be like more of his game. But yeah, I would wish the attitude changes with this. Like Indianapolis, look at their offensive line. Just they got a whole different attitude. They all walking around with shirts that say "run the ball." Like Quentin Nelson is an anchor in that, and hey, Elton Jenkins is every bit just as good as Quentin Nelson. We can do that. All you need is an anchor on the offensive line to give these guys a certain kind of attitude, bro. Continuity helps too, though. Keeping guys healthy. It's easier when you guys are working with each other throughout the whole year, communicating. They start having their own language. When you know the man next to you a lot better, it's easier to navigate and do shit on the field, to communicate, to probably know where he lacks at sometimes, where you might have to go over and help him a little bit with certain situations, letting them know what the plays on one or on two. Like all this stuff is back to Joe. They're already trying to put him in multiple spots. I'd be okay if Morgan goes left guard and putting Jenkins back at center. That would cause for more mauling offensive line. I can't cancel out anything. This coaching staff really is going to put the best five out there. I've always told you guys, Hafley, again, I'm going to say the story again. It was a walk-on who ended up starting over a guy that was drafted just because he came into camp and was just the better player. That's one thing about coaching. I always tell y'all, one kid was on my team. Only reason he was on the team because his mom was fucking the coach. We knew he was weak. We like, bro, he shouldn't be getting in. He's holding us back. But coach was getting that kitty cat, so he kept putting them in. Definitely. That's my birthday twin, one of my favorite players ever. Bakhtiari had it all. He gets a little scrummy with the facial hair, but long locks, whether it's the locks I have or the locks like him, like long, just beautiful locks like that. Like sometimes people kind of underestimate. Like we ain't gonna lay you down just because we looking good. You know what I'm saying? So you can have that. Not quiet assassin, but hey, handsome. Look good, but it'll lay you down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm a ladies' man. You find me around the ladies, I'm chilling or whatever. But you step up, I will put my drink down and get up. Like, yo, what's happening? Right in front of the girls. Like, don't think just because I'm chilling, having a good time, smiling, you trying to be over there on gangster ghetto mode. Like, I hate when niggas approach me, bro. When I'm walking with my girl. 2-3 dudes. Oh, what's up, nigga? I'm with my girl, bro. I'm in lovey-dovey mode, and I know damn well if I was with two of my boys, the energy would be totally different. I hate niggas, man. Ain't nothing like that pussy to me. One guy who had an issue with a dude and he with his girl, I don't know, but 3 of y'all and I'm with my girl. Y'all really think what you think? Me and her about the tag team and we gonna beat you like y'all know I'm at a disadvantage. Y'all know I'm in lovey-dovey mode. I ain't think about no niggas and nothing like that. Y'all want to approach me? I used to hate that when I used to go to like City Walk and do stuff like that as a young adolescent. Turtles. The 4-3 scheme is meant to be better against the run, but is vulnerable to deep play. That's why they stacked on safeties. Absolutely. And not just safeties. What the safeties can do. What did Jeff Hafley say about McKinney? He's an eraser. Oh, so that means he can be on this side of the field. But then when the play starts or the play is over, he'll be over on this side of the field. You know what I'm saying? He could be the one high safety, but he can cover so much ground. He's a one high safety, but he might be in there on a tackle for a run play. So yeah, safeties that can move too. Okay, safeties that can play the slot. McKinney could play the slot too. McKinney basically told Hafley, he told him, he said, I pretty much know all the defenses. When you're in the league for about 4 years and you're a starter, 4 years is a good enough time, a good enough turnaround to play so many different teams. I might have to side with McKinney and the way he's come in and the way he's been, teaching these young bucks under him. I'm hearing after every play, McKinney's letting people know what's going on, what they could have did wrong and all that. It's good for rookies and shit like that to have somebody like that in your ear, bro. Shout out to my boy Dan. Across the pond, what player will take the biggest jump this year? I don't know that answer, but I'm going to give you my hopeful answer. I hope it's Heavy D. I hope it's Devontae Wyatt. Now, in return, that might kind of like bring the ending of Kenny Clark a little sooner. You know, if Wyatt just comes out and balls out there like, okay, that's what we got him for. I'm not sure if he was thought up to be Kenny Clark's replacement. Again, Goot said with his own mouth, Kenny Clark is an exception. There's always an exception, you know, just like it should be with certain rules. Oh, when you're 70, you can't do this anymore. Well, shit, some people at 70 are a lot brighter than people at 50. It's all individual. Depends on what that dude did his whole life, what he learned, what lessons he learned, how much he's kept his body in shape, how good he's eating. How, like, you know, it's all subjective. You can't just say, oh, once you're 40, you can't do this anymore. I can do shit. Don't tell me I can't do a damn thing. I can do whatever I want if I wanted to. But yeah, Devontae Wyatt, to answer your question, bro. And then on the other side, if I would like, you know, if you allow me to pick offensive player, I want to go with Christian Watson on the other side. Brandy, I think the defense has a chance to be better at run defense, but there's always the chance when they play up towards the line, a run or two gets sprung. Yes, Brandy, that's totally true. But what we also have to do is look at the tacklers we got on this team. Xavier McKinney, top tier tackler. All these guys we got in the draft, tackling is not one of their weak spots. You know, Quay Walker, you know, everybody over pursues, but Quay Walker overall is a good tackler amongst the leaders on our team in tackling every year when he's healthy. Quay is always up there. Quay was a league leader at certain points in his career, you know what I'm saying, in tackles, you know, to injuries and other stuff start happening. So, yeah, and then it's football, you guys. We're going to get beat deep. We're going to get big runs ran on us. The other guys are getting paid too. They got some good teams out there. We are amongst the elite, but it is not perfect. So we will get burnt. Now, we just hope it's not to the capacity or the level of us just getting burnt in the past by the run, but runs is still going to go off. You got Derrick Henry's out there. You got Jonathan Taylor's out there. You got Quentin Nelson's offensive lines. Like, you know, people are good at the run and they're going to attack, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? As long as we got better, though. You know, every team going to give up a run or two. We going to run on people. But, you know, with the better tackling of McKinney, top tier tackler at the safety. It's already in the books. And he was the best in coverage too. Like, what more could you want? We got the best safety on the market. And Madden got the nerve to give him an 85. Y'all fucking crazy. Staying strong. Number one offense and defense. We not playing this year. Hey, love the optimism. Hey, we can definitely say that until it ain't true. We got a whole year to say that. TR, pick one O-line attribute, nasty streak or technician. That's tough. That's tough. But you know what? You can't work on a nasty streak. Either somebody got it or not. You can work on technique. So I'm going with the nasty streak. Give me the nasty one, TR. Hey, you rough around the edges, we'll go ahead and tell him, hey, bro. Just like with Quay, when that ejection and all that, people, oh, Quay's horrible. No, we need that. Now he needs a handler. You know, he needs somebody to tame him a little bit, and, you know, which I think is cool, but we need wild men out there. We need wild men. So I would take the nasty streak. Technique, we can teach it to an extent. You know, we can keep working on it. You can't work on a nasty streak. Some people got it. Some people don't. Shout out to Steve. Hey, we all doing good, bro. What's up with you? We hope you're having a good day, man. Hey, we on here talking Packers, bro. We doing great, bro. That's all I need is to be hollering at y'all before my long days, man. I'm about to be having some long days. I told y'all schedule, you know, is about to be crazy, but it is what it is. I'm still, you know, try to come holler at y'all whenever I can. Brandy, if the D-line can keep Walker clean, he takes the biggest jump. Yeah, but you say jump. Listen, I'm high on Quay. You know, I think he's with everything we need, and he already is everything. Of course, he's going to get better, but, you know, I don't know about a jump with Quay. It could be you know, he could get better, but I think Quay is just, you know, ever since he was drafted, I think every year he's been jumping to a certain extent. But yeah, of course, that's definitely going to help him out. You know, with an extra lineman down there, you know, that might help out, you know. So yeah, for sure. And again, if he's clean, like he can move sideline to sideline, and he's going to have him a sidekick right there where he ain't even got to cover as much space. Edge is going to be over there too. McDuffie going to be over there too. Possibly Eric Wilson. Let's not doubt Eric Wilson. He might get up in there. Y'all see Anthony Johnson Jr. is in there. How many of us was talking about him before this season started or before all this offseason shit was started? None of us. But he's been in there as a damn de facto starter. Joe, if we want to stop the run, we have to figure out the second level of our defense. We need defined roles for Quay, Cooper, and the rest of the linebackers. Well, they're going to have defined roles. Ask Coach Campanile. Like, this is where the coaching staff comes in. What did Blake Martinez say when he left? The pack, like, again, nobody asked this man to say that. He went to the Giants. I think they gave him something healthy, something chunky. He could have just like, hey, Green Bay, thank you, like everybody did. He said the Packers don't care about the linebacker position. You know? So hopefully we change that. You've seen the guys we drafted, even Hopper. Go and throw Hopper in there, athletic body that can move around. And again, Jeff Hafley is going to use what you can do well. He ain't going to throw Hopper in there and say, hey, go in coverage. No, Hopper, you good at rushing the passer just for this play? All right, go on and blitz for me right here. Quay, you stay in coverage. You guard the tight end. Come on, bro. It's going to be interchangeable, you know. And I think they're going to have their roles. Their role is going to be a lot easier with the D-line playing with their hair on fire. The D-line might already be in the backfield fucking up, disrupting the running backs' lanes, and then Quay could come and clean them up. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, they can handle the running game as such where the front four handles the running game where Quay just got to worry about more about coverage. Those guys are going to be in the backfield, bro. Turtles having both linebackers able to blitz, including most of our DBs. DCs will have serious trouble figuring out who's in disguise. Offensive coordinators, absolutely. And that's why I'm saying everything in this defense is interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? And offense is working on that too. Again, this is going to be the first time we see a full LaFleur offense. You remember swerving Irvin? LaFleur he hasn't ran that kind of offense since then because he ain't had the tools. You had Lazard. You had big slows. Now you got a lot of speed on this team. You could do all the jet motions and all that, even more. Now you got Marshawn Lloyd. Like, it's really going down with that. But yeah, definitely they're gonna have trouble. Turtles. Because again, what did I say? Hey, McKinney might be all the way one safety deep. By the time the ball snap, he in the backfield. Vice versa. McKinney could be in the box. Look like he playing slot. But then right before the ball is like he shoots out, goes into coverage, confusing the quarterback. Ed Reed status. Miscellaneous, not sure where we're at. Jumping in. Watch y'all later. Okay. Andy Herman broke down McKinney's 2023 guy was amazing. Go Pack. Absolutely. You know, and shit, I broke down his 2023, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to do my due diligence on him too. And like I said, since he came in, like everybody said since he came in, as advertised. Shout out to Miscellaneous. Shout out to the replay gang. ESPN called J Love great. Give him his flowers early. Absolutely. Oh, he's going to get his flowers. He's going to get a lot of flowers. Okay, we about to give it to him. We ain't got to worry about giving him his flowers. He's going to get everything. Jordan Love is going to get it. He's going to get paid. It's going to be all good. You know, that's something we ain't got to worry about. He's about to get all the flowers. So he just got to do his, he got to do what he got to do on his end. Hell yeah, we got you, Turtles. We know what you're talking about. Brandy, the NFC North has brought in some talent, wide receiver, tight end, running back. How do the Packers match up with them defensively? We match up perfectly. Obviously, like I've been saying, first we got these teams going to have the fear of the unknown. What are they going to look at? Probably by week 11, you know, the Bears will pretty much know what's going on with us. But the early games against Minnesota, the early games against Detroit, what y'all going to look at? Hafley, Boston College? Y'all going to look at Hafley in San Francisco? Like, what y'all going to look at? So, you know, we match up with them defensively. Number one, body for body, athletically, and just if you want to put RAS, I'm sure, you know, on each side of the ball, we have somebody that's equivalent to whomever they have. I'm talking Detroit. I'm talking Chicago. I'm talking Minnesota. Yes, those teams did get better. They did. You know, they got to think sometimes too, right? What did I say? A dead clock is right twice a day. So, you know, they're going to do good sometimes. You know, Detroit got something good going on, but hey, they got to keep it up. We've done it for 4, 5, 6, 7 years straight, representing the NFC North. You know, they think it's their turn. They think it's their time. Okay, well, go ahead and win the North again then. Okay, go ahead and win the North again then, if you guys are ready. Chicago, Montez Sweat, we ain't losing to Green Bay. You know we played twice, right? So you gonna sweep us? Okay, Montez Sweat said he gonna sweep us. He just, hey, that's what he said. He said he's not losing to Green Bay. So that means he thinks they're gonna win both games against us. So, you know, the division is confident too. And I'm happy they are. But yeah, we match up with them perfectly. And don't think that Goot, Sam Seal, all these other scouts, don't think that we're not, like, we're trying to get players too, but we're looking at what our counterparts are doing too. They go grab a receiver. Oh, okay, we go look at all these safeties we got. Look, we got Kalen King. Like, you know, we got guys to match whatever they doing, bro. Athletic guys, we can match player for player, man. Our D-line, I was looking at San Francisco last year. I'm like, man, they got 2 sets of D-lines, bro. You need that deep in the playoffs and just deep in games too. And we fucking have that now. We damn near got a 2 decent team rotation. No matter how you slice them, no matter who you put where, and it's all interchangeable. You're gonna get a Kobe Wooden and a Carl Brooks and a Kenny Clark in the same lineup. You're gonna get so many mixed. You're gonna get an LVN, Rashawn Gary rushing from the edges. You'll get a Preston and a Inga Ballray rushing from the edges on some plays. So many mix of flavors, so many mix of man, yo. It's people gonna have problems, bro. People gonna have problems. TR, thanks for reading the comments before answering. It keeps people listening on the move. Yes, bro, that's something that, you know, I didn't think about. And, you know, again, I love feedback. So I really appreciate y'all, you know, and yes, that makes a little more sense. I never thought, you know, I can't think that everybody's watching the screen. You know, I mean, as handsome as I am, you know, I can't think that everybody's just watching the screen all the time. So yes, that is a good gym. And you know, look, I ain't got to read for shit no more. I feel like I'm in class again doing all this reading. Yes, sir, Zane. Hit the like button, and we're gonna end it on that. Everybody, hit the like button. Replay gang, hit the like button. But that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. You know, yes, I am optimistic about what's going to happen, but is the schedule going to be an issue? You know, the first game being abroad and it's just a little different. Coming back home, you know, after the trip, just certain things, adjustments. You know, what adjustments we make. Is Matt LaFleur in the offense going to come out firing like we hope and expect him to? They didn't last year. Obviously, last year he had to figure out what he had, and okay, we give you time to do that. Now, with everybody healthy, seems like, is there going to be an adjustment period in a time we got to wait for the offense? We're all thinking, yo, offense is going to come out firing. It's cool to think that, but they still got to go do it. You know, the counter punch. What is going to be our counter punch? There's going to be a time these defensive coordinators out there are good. What is going to be our counter punch when they hit us with that, aha, we know Love is going to do this. We seen this in the tape. Are we going to be able to fix that by looking at the iPad for a little bit and fix halftime adjustments and do this and do that? But one thing I will say, that this team, you know, we can all bank on, and I think it's going to help us. And I think that's what gets us through sometimes is there's no quit in this team. We know there's no quit in this team. So, you know, that's what puts everything together for me. You know, we done had Aaron Rodgers in the locker room and LaFleur as the head coach. And, you know, I forgot all the records we were like losing, you know what I'm saying? And we ended up turning it around every year. Even the time we didn't make it with Aaron, we ended up turning it around. Jordan Love, this year, we ended up turning around. So I think that's a coach thing. I think that's your players not quitting on you and willing to run through a wall for you. There's many times they could have threw the towel in on Matt LaFleur. You know, certain times where we were in a rough spot where we had people screaming, Matt LaFleur, fire him, fire Barry, Goot got to go. We heard all that. We were in the middle of all those situations and we prevailed and came out. All you got to do is just watch the whole story. Can't watch half the movie and walk out, Matt. You got to see the ending too. So, yeah, we're going to ride or die and go to the end. But shout out to everybody. We'll do one more. Shout out to Turtles. Do you think Valentine would be quarterback 2 over Stokes? That's a tough one. I'm going to say yes, though. I think he did what's necessary last year when he got thrown in the fire to show that he's a player. I think he did what's necessary this year for him to come in and look like. And I've been following him. I've been watching a lot of his moves. He got some shit on YouTube. You know, he's a cool guy, and he seems very determined, very humble. He's a hard worker. So I'm going to go with him just because too he seems like to have more fresher. You know, again, Stokes been out for a while. You know, Valentine ain't been hurt. He ain't been dealing with no mental issues. He been going up and up and up. You know, Stokes been battling. Oh, am I ever going to play again? I'm frustrated. I'm staying being injured. I want to. You know, he's been dealing with a lot, which can help him. But I'm going with Valentine. Came in heavier, looks like a man. You know, last year I'm like, man, this boy lighting his ass. You know, he just looked like a 21-year-old corner. I don't know how old he is now or what, but you know, he's really like, just look at his face, bro. You could tell from his face that he been in the weight room. That's that good weight you put on. Now, if he just came out still slim face and you see he been eating too. So, and he says he already sees a difference when he presses. You know, those bodies fly back a little further when you working out. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here, man. Shout out to Turtles, man. Shout out to Zane Strong. Shout out to TR. Appreciate you. Shout out to Brandy Lewis, my favorite. Shout out to Miscellaneous Replay Gang in the building, bro. Shout out to the whole Replay Gang too. Hey, Replay Gang, hit that like button. Y'all got to keep up with us. Shout out to my boy Joe, Northern Cali. You already know what's up. Shout out to Steve in the building too. Hey, if I forgot about you, I didn't forget about you. Shout out to Dan across the pond. Shout out to Packers Kingdom, bro. What's up with you, man? Shout out to John Bainan. Hit that like button again. My boy Turtles been bringing it, man. Shout out to Turtles, man. Really been bringing it for us lately, bro. Hey, I appreciate it. I see you. Shout out to my girl Patrice Goldberg too. Okay, and we will be back tomorrow. I'm out.